but they tackle him short of the sticks.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. A costly false start penalty as third down becomes much more difficult to convert as they back it up 5. So after the false start penalty, they're left with 3rd and 8.
Hold on. Check. We go, turbo.
3rd and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. He's down to almost, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Whirling. We're good. 14. What's that?
From the gun, Goff. Short pass brought in. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Cut. When it shell. Maverick. What's that?
The give now to Henderson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Four now.
Staying on the ground here with Henderson. That 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard. Goes to the hurry up here. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down.
Cut. 76. White 20. What's that?
Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm. They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Dialing up a receiver screen. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Pass complete, screenplay. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at a punt, though, facing fourth down. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And this one, touchdown inside the 30.
At their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Shell. Not go, 12, go. 180.
Now gone. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And he's tackled for no gain.
I know coordinator and quarterback don't be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Back to the line they come, second down.
Who goes tonight? Dula. Jester. Whirling.
Shotgun snap here to go. Go left side, and St. Brown has it. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good for Detroit first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Not hard, 12, by 20. Here we go, 76.
On first down, it's gone. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
180.
Again, Goff escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
14. Here goes tonight. 180.
They'll throw, third and long. Big strike here to Williams. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. There it is, touchdown Detroit. The Lions take a second quarter lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions push their lead to 3.
Saints 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's out a little short of the 30.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's first and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And we'll see what they do here on second down. He'll look to throw. Screen here for Kamara. That screen snipped out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Let's see what they went with on third down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Completed over the middle. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10.
Kill. We go to the 180.
Counter play. It's Henderson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Cut. We go. 180.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And they'll start some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down.
Left. 20. 2. Turbo set.
Off to the air now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Great, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Continuing to move past the 45. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Extra man in the secondary for the Lions on this 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Bails out of the pocket quick. Completed to his running back. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Gain of 15 there. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
A gain of 15. And the Saints 1st down.
Running behind center with Kamara. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing on 2nd. That's It's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
They go heavy on this first and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Pierce has the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get some late points and the lead. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't. That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
Here's Raymond on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Cut. Hey, 5. Like 20. Super 1. Hey, Todd.
Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6.
14. Hey, lift. Hold on. Value 1. Value 3.
Out of the shotgun. Goff. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. And the Lions have a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
We go. Turbo.
Goff off the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So that brings up second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
We go tonight. Like 20. Maverick. Cornell.
On second and 10. Goff. And he's going to go down. Great work by the Saints. The Saints call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. And this will be his second effort of the contest. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Showing a little burst so far. And that's out of bounds all the way across the 45, very nearly to midfield.
exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Anderson's going to take this straight ahead. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Throwing is gone. On the move, past the 40. He has room past the 25. Big man's showing up the yards. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Tiger.
They'll try to run it in. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
16. Saints 15.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. Making some progress here. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Finds his back complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. Solid run in here, and that's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Saints first down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, New Orleans.
Here's a give inside to Kamara. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Throws caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grab the lead on their first series of the half. Alvin Kamara, the Another touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Shell.
From the gun, Goff. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45.
Super 180. DC. We go. 76.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. And the Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Super. We go tonight. 5. 180.
Goff. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked off.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did. And boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Throwing the out route complete. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
A gain of 9 yards.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Again for the first time to Rachaad White. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. So now a timeout for a player who's shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, this is White. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10.
Come on. What? Turbo, sir.
This drive's going to start with a run by McLaughlin. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He picks up 28 on the play. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Goff working from the pistol. Finds Isaac Tisslaw, complete. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Goff back to throw. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Hold on. Hey, Shell.
1st down throw from Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
2 for 1. Shot. By 20. Yes, sir. 76, tell him. Orange. What's that?
Here's McLaughlin. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
They go to him again. And this is close, but it looks like they stopped him just short of the goal line. He gets a chunk of 4 yards, leaving them just a yard from the end zone. 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
4 down. Switch. Like 20. Maverick. Maverick wall.
They're running with Montgomery. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Lions now within 1 score in the 4th. David Montgomery with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Conversion.
Right side, they're going to pitch it. And that play reaches the end zone. The 2-point conversion slams the lead down to 4. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Running on second with White. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Jack Campbell at the INT. And the defense has come through. They're in the end zone, and that gives them the lead. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
Like you say that, you know what I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. First call here coming from the shotgun. They send the tight end in motion. Setting up to pass. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, here's Pierce. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Looking to throw it. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
1st and 10. Here's McLaughlin. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
At the Saints' 39-yard line.
All right, right, here we go. Second down.
We go. Hey, Scout. We go. Hey, 20. Listen. Hey,
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Oh, he put everything he had. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Point after up and good for Bates. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game.
Saints 28.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. They pull out the reverse. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Saints to the line now. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. Trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. Well, we talked about it throughout this contest, Brock. They were already into the playoffs when this one kicked off, but now they're going in with a little extra momentum.